attended a meeting a couple of months back. It had come to light that even more hotels were housing asylum seekers in our town. But why should the British public be paying to accommodate them? It's a seaside resort, and we haven't got the facilities or resources, especially in the summer months. We should look after our own, the homeless and army vets. My son joined the army and I'm getting off the point. Why is it that it's only young, fit men coming over too? Why aren't they settling in the first safe country they reach? They hang about in large groups on the seafront intimidating people, and they've been harassing young girls. That's what was said, and I agreed with all of it. Last week I was at a bit of a low ebb, so I found myself volunteering at a food bank run by a local church between Christmas and New Year. Looking after our own again, though it's terrible the amount of people turning to food banks. Anyway, there were 3 guys from various places there helping out, including one from Iraq. I didn't mention my son had served in Iraq, and so one day I was sorting through some donations when in came Rami. He's the Iraqi, and he was wearing a Santa hat as well as carrying one. He tried to give it to me, but I pushed it away and told him roughly that Christmas had been and gone, and what was he doing celebrating it? He looked so scared that I immediately said sorry and took the hat and put it on. Over the next day or so, we got to chatting, and he introduced me to the other 2. Rami was a Christian who'd fled after his family were wiped out. Binjam, the Ethiopian, had no choice but to leave because of the war there. He had a job, but lost everything with the conflict. He didn't want to fight on either side and came here looking for a better life. They all told of their terrible journeys to Calais, paying everything they had to people smugglers, and a terrifying journey across the channel, squashed into a flimsy dinghy. They've had some kindness since being here, they said, including from the people in the library. They think some of the locals are scared of them, though. The hotel is like a prison to them. They get their meals and they sleep. That's it, unless, like these 3, they find some voluntary work. I almost broke down at their stories, and it's making me cry now. Sorry, you see, my son couldn't cope with what he saw on his tours. He left the army, and despite both theirs and me and my wife's best efforts, he went into a downward spiral of addiction and homelessness, and then killed himself. If that happened to him, though, just witnessing what some of these young men have gone through, then I'm in awe of their mental strength to have endured what they have. I don't know what the answers are, but having made it this far, these guys deserve the chance to build new lives for themselves, and I intend to do all that I can to help, even though my wife doesn't understand why I want to, which is difficult. It's often said that charity begins at home. Well, as far as I'm concerned, from now, this town is their home.